Hi guys, so currently we're in a series and we're busy asking the question, is Jesus our friend? Kuda shared an amazing message on Sunday, and I want to have a look at this message but through the lens of marriage and see how Jesus is a friend to our marriages. The first question we've got to ask is he a friend to our marriages? And if we read in Matthew 19 how he responds to the Pharisees that try and trick him about marriage and about divorce, we actually see his heart for our marriages. And in verse 4 we read the following: "Have you not read that he who created them from the beginning made them male and female, and said, therefore a man shall leave his father and his mother and hold fast to his wife, and the two shall become one flesh. So they are no longer two, but one flesh. That therefore God has joined together, let no man separate." So the heart of Jesus in our marriages, that he loves it, he endorses marriage, he looks after it. And it's important that we remember this amazing thing and remember that he has put us together, because our marriages are under heavy pressure at the moment. Just from our counseling point of view, we find that there are more and more people seeking help, and some people not even just splitting up and getting divorced. We see that less and less people want to get married and they just move in. And it kind of takes away this mystery that God has created in marriage. And if I talk about mystery, if you go a bit down in Matthew 19, you read the last portion where Jesus speaks about marriage, he says the following, and I'm going to read the Message version because it's such a beautiful way of looking at our marriages. And basically what happens, his disciples comes to him and they say, but if it's this difficult, why should we get married? And he answers them by saying the following: "Not everyone is mature enough to live a married life. It requires a certain aptitude and grace. Marriage isn't for everyone. Some from birth seemingly never give marriage a thought. Others never get asked or accepted. And some decide not to get married for kingdom reasons. But if you're capable of growing into the largeness of marriage, do it." If you're capable of growing into the largeness of marriage, we should do it. Those are amazing words. If we just think about how he cares about us individually, how he cares about our marriages, how he sees marriage as an opportunity for us to grow and become more like he wanted or he created us to be. I think it's something that we need to spend time with. And the best place to spend time with our marriages and asking questions is with him. You know, in John we read about the Samaritan woman that spends time with Jesus, and during this time he ministers to her, and she has an amazing experience and causes one of the biggest revivals in the area. And in the same way and manner, we need to spend some time with Jesus at the well. And when we're there, we have to ask a few questions. I mean, some of the questions I think is truly important for us to ask is there something that needs to change in my heart? Do I have some norms or values or habits that's not contributing towards my marriage, or that's causing me not to grow into the largeness of marriage? Another question I think is important that we need to do on a weekly basis is ask the question, is there any possible traps or any obstacles that the enemy has left out there that will cause me to stumble in my marriage? You know, and I think that's so important, because just think about it. If we don't have the Lord on our side, watching out for those obstacles and helping us and revealing them, it's so difficult to fall into it. And there's a lot of traps and obstacles for our marriages that we need to be so aware of. When we are fighting, for example, in our marriage, do we spend time at God's feet at the well and we ask Jesus, could you just reveal to me, am I being objective? Is it more important for me to win this conversation or win this fight than it is to build my relationship and to change and to become one with my spouse? And I think the last question I believe that we have to ask constantly is, what is the purpose that you have for our marriage? How can we as a couple serve you better in the kingdom? I'm hoping that these marriage moments will help you guys to just look at marriage as being something that is sacred, something that comes from God, something that He created and put together, and that there's a mystery in this whole process, a mystery where we can grow into the largeness of marriage, becoming one, and also becoming the best version of who God created us to be. Have a great week, and we'll chat later. Bye.